This video is brought to you by BetUS Sportsbook and Casino.
Running Back Nation, what is good? Sixers sickos, what is good? There is a video surfacing the interwebs of Paul George apparently getting locked up defensively by random Chinese players. Okay, we need to take a look at this video and we need to decide if it's real or if this has been manufactured by somebody using AI to sabotage the 76ers offseason. All right. Also, Paul George was asked something by Chet Holmgren on his podcast about who should take the last shot on the Sixers roster. I thought his answer was interesting, and I want to give you my opinion on that. All coming right up. But first, do me a favor, hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Only 50% of people are subscribed to the channel who watch this. That is what we like to call no frauds. What do we say? That is what we like to call fraudulent behavior, and this is the no fraud zone. Let's go. So, yeah, Paul George was playing in a charity game in China with James Harden. So, right off rip, whatever Paul George was doing in this video does not matter because he was playing in a charity game in China. I know all of the haters or Clippers fans, OKC fans, fans that want to just find something to talk down on Paul George for are going to blow this up and make it sound like Paul George couldn't get past a random Chinese Uber driver in this game. He's cooked. Pandemic P is already here. You know, the jokes are flying. But let's be serious. It was a charity game. Why in the world would an NBA star, or at least a high-paid NBA player who has importance to a team, go 100% potentially injure himself in a charity game in China? Okay, there's a video on House of Highlights, but the video of him getting locked up was posted by a lot of people, but I used Crossing Broad because I think this is a funny headline. The internet is saying Paul George is getting locked up by Chinese Uber drivers. And here's the video, okay? Let's watch it. There's Paul George on your left right here. Here he is. Cross, 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 behind the back. Double cross. I mean, I don't think he's going 100%, but I got to give whoever's playing defense some credit because that's a pretty good defense, man. You know, chest up, square, balanced, stay in front of your man, little hand checking. Right here, bang, bang, didn't fall for the cross, stays in front of him, and he loses the ball. But let's be serious. It was a charity game in China. He wasn't going 100%. Let's get down to what we really want to talk about, which is what he said on his podcast to this Chet Holmgren question. But first, this is brought to you by BetUS. Where's my BetUS video? I don't have it on this screen.
This video is brought to you.
Wow, I'm the worst.
BetUS, America's favorite sportsbook and casino. Live betting and racebook. We're celebrating 30 years with a historic offer. A 125% sign-up bonus on your first 3 deposits. Plus 10% gambler's insurance. Get started today. BetUS, where the game begins.
We're over on the BetUS website. No, we're not. Now we are. And we are under Most Improved Player on NBA Season Awards, because I find this to be interesting. Y'all let me know in the comments who you would vote for or bet on to win Most Improved Player. My personal pick right here is a player that I like a lot that I think is going to really break out this season, and that is the Houston Rockets' Jalen Green. We're going to go ahead and drop a 20 on that to bring us back 600 when I'm inevitably correct about Jalen Green winning Most Improved Player. Let me know who you have. Of course, Tyrese Maxey won it last year, so we can't say Tyrese Maxey. You can get 125% deposit bonus on your first 3 deposits up to $2,000 and 10% gamblers insurance over on BetUS by using the link in my description. Thank you to BetUS for sponsoring the channel. Now, I want to give my opinion on this. I want you to give me your opinion on this. Chet Holmgren asked this question to Paul George on his podcast. Here you go.
At the end of the game, who's shooting the game-winning shot? You or Joe?
First of all, Chet. All right, let's play the whole thing and then I'll break it down.
All right, let me try and fuck up y'all chemistry. Y'all need a bucket end of the game. Who's shooting the game-winning shot? You or Joe?
See, no, I gotta stop you right there. Chet, I know you don't pay close attention to Sixers games, but you should know enough about NBA players to know that you should have at least thrown Tyrese Maxey's name in there. Who's taking a game-winning shot, you or Joe? You or Joe? Bro, did you watch the playoffs? Did you watch Tyrese Maxey drop 7 points in 15 seconds to send a playoff game to overtime? What? You or Joe? The first, let's see what he says, and then I'm going to give my answer.
That's funny.
That's a Nick Nurse question. I'm gonna deflect that to Nick Nurse.
Okay, that's a PR answer.
That's hilarious.
That's whoever.
The correct answer was the correct answer from Paul George was, I'm actually just here to support the stars of the team, Tyrese Maxey and Joel Embiid. If I'm having a hot night, it'll go to me. But the number 1 and number 2 options are not me. He wasn't going to say that, but
Whoever Nick Nurse draw it up for, we're gonna get the best shot.
Okay.
That's a good answer.
I'm going to continue to fuck up the chemistry. If it's not you, are you going to be salty?
why would you even ask that? And why would he say yes?
Nah.
All right.
Nah. I've dealt with that. You know what I mean? I've been on teams with other superstars, and we live and die with whoever takes
Nah, that's facts, though. That's facts. Like, we'll have a game winner.
I've been on teams with other superstars, and
see, I do get the sense that Paul George thinks he is still an NBA superstar. I've been on teams with other superstars. Here's the thing. I don't want Paul George taking the last shot. Unless Paul George is having himself a night and he's got 35 and he's been hot. That's the thing. First of all, whoever's hot should be taking the last shot. You know, if Maxey's got 40 plus and he's been cooking, of course he's getting the last shot, just like in that playoff game. If Joel's on a run and has whatever and cooking Wembanyama, I'll take Joel one-on-one in the mid-range. If that's the last shot you can draw up. And again, if Paul George has been having a good night, it's probably him if other players have been struggling. But realistically, I don't want Paul George to be taking the last shot. I think Paul George is a perfect fit in Philadelphia at this point because Paul George is no longer a superstar, and he can play a perfect role as the third option scorer. So Paul George wasn't going to say this. Chet Holmgren didn't even mention Tyrese Maxey. But the correct answer is the final shot is going to Joel Embiid or Tyrese Maxey. It's not going to Paul George. Unless there is a game where Paul George is on fire and you say, we got to give the ball to the hot hand. But the game-winning shot is Tyrese Maxey or Joel Embiid. That's my take on that. All right. And why did Chet Holmgren not even say Tyrese Maxey's name? Tyrese, if you watch my YouTube channel, now you have to dunk on Chet Holmgren. So I don't make the rules. I just enforce them. But yeah, I really, this conversation's a little bit annoying to me because Chet is putting Joel and PG on the same level and not even mentioning Tyrese Maxey. And then Paul George says, I've been on teams with other superstars. You're not here, bud. You're not here, buddy. It's not 1A, 1B, 1C, buddy. It's 1A, 1B, and then Paul George. That's my honest opinion on it. You give me your opinion on it, okay? And now, just for fun, photo of Ben Simmons working out with his former teammate Sparks jokes. And shout out to y'all that rock with me. And, anytime I get a chance to throw in some classic Ben Simmons slander at the end of an episode, I'm happy to do it. A photo of Ben Simmons working out with Matisse Thybulle was posted on Twitter by Sixer Daily. All right. The reactions are funny, and some of them are my followers and friends who subscribe to the channel, watch the channel, and interact with me on Twitter on a daily basis. Number one is the GOAT of Sixers Twitter, Sixers Geo, the backboard seeing them walk in. And when the Sixers signed Yabusele, Sixers Geo made a Yabusele page and tweeted, "Excited for my next chapter." And it has like 50,000 likes. People think it's really Yabusele. Shout out to Sixers Geo. He also made the Sixers song that I posted a couple of months ago. 3 in the key zone. Tough day to be a backboard. Not a single 3 was made. And the gif of the dude throwing the ball off the top of the backboard. Yeah, I mean, Ben Simmons and Matisse Thybulle, bro. What are you guys really even doing? Layups? You don't even do layups well. What do either of these two players do well on a basketball court? You shouldn't even have the ball. You should just be playing defense. Both of you should just be doing defense drills. I feel like they're laughing because Matisse is back here saying, shoot a 3. And Ben was like, yeah, right. I haven't done that for 8 years. I ain't doing it now. That's all I got. You guys have a wonderful day. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'll talk to you soon.